we're going to talk about enlightenment and rebirth or reborn. So there has been a lot of confusion about being reborn and enlightenment. Maybe this video might help you to clear some of those doubts. So first, let's talk about enlightenment, and then let's talk about rebirth. So what's enlightenment? What does an enlightened person look like? The enlightenment is all about being in here and now. All the time. He's conscious of everything that he does. We can compare this to a baby. So a newborn or the baby is similar to an enlightened being, but there's a slight difference. So the babies view everything as new and they get excited and they're innocent. Now the enlightened beings see the things similar to babies, but there's a slight difference between the babies and the enlightened beings. So the enlightened beings are here and now, and they accept the change. They accept everything as is, as the change is. So they accept everything as they are changing. Anything, death, birth, or anything that's happening around them, they are very conscious and they're very alive, and they accept things as they are. With the babies, what happens is they see the things, they are in this state where everything is new, but they are being programmed. They are being programmed by their parents, they are being programmed by the society. So naturally, when they are born, they are enlightened, but they don't have any memory. They are accumulating memory. They are being programmed. They don't accept the change. They get angry. They get the ego developing. They get all emotions developing within them because they have been programmed and they have been conditioned by the environment they are in. So they are not enlightened, but they view things as is, as everything is new to them. But on the side, they are being programmed. Now the enlightened being, because they are being enlightened, they know the presence of here and now. They are in here and now all the time, so they accept the change. So the ego goes away, the anger goes away, all the attachment, everything kind of goes away, in the sense that they accept the change as is. So they let go everything. So that's the basic difference of an enlightened being and a baby. I say baby because I took an example of babies, because babies might give you a clear picture of what I'm talking about. So that's one of the comparison which I did so that you can understand. So basically, enlightenment means to be in here and now all the time. Now, a lot of people meditate. What happens with them is they can be in here and now probably for a minute, for a few seconds, and they come back to the reality, and then their ego and anger, everything comes back, like me. So I'm in this state of here and now, and I experience a lot of things, but I come back to my reality. I get my anger back, I get all of those things back, but it kind of gradually transforms. Maybe I might get enlightened one day, being in here and now all the time. So that's the practice I've been doing. Okay, so Hopefully you clearly understood about enlightenment. Not learning from the relationship or the samsara, or not learning from the anger, or not learning from the sex, or not learning from money, or not learning from all the things, the karma, all the things that life is teaching you. You're again going and jumping into it again and again. So you're taking these classes again and again, again and again, and you're not becoming enlightened. So the enlightened being, what happens is, he already has taken all these classes and he has passed everything, and he let goes everything, and he's enlightened now. That's what basically uh, rebirth means as an enlightened person. People literally talk about life and death, and they talk about, oh, the enlightened person might not be reborn. That means he actually, there is uh, no life and death for him anymore. Now this concept is very tricky, that are you gonna be reborn, literally take another life? Now, to answer this question, let's first understand that we are talking about future. When we are talking about future, that means it's all about our imagination. We are imagining it. If you are coming out of here and now, if you're going to a past, if you're going to a future, always understand that you are imagining. You're in the imagination. You are not in here and now. Which means that if I am going out of this space, if I am whatever I can hear around me, if I am going out of this space, that means I have gone into an imaginary mode. I'm not in the present moment. Okay, that's the first thing you need to understand. So when people are talking, when even I am talking about life and death, then we are in an imaginary state. Okay, so now let me explain my imaginary thinking about life and death connected to enlightenment. So I'm specifically saying imaginary because even I am imagining it. For an enlightened person, those things doesn't play any role. The only thing he's alive, he's in here and now. That's the state he is in. There's nothing more to think about. Past or future is gone for him. So now for an imaginary per se, my thinking is a conscious person, a enlightened person is alive all the time. So he's conscious when he's sleeping, he's conscious when he's eating, he's conscious when he's walking, sleeping, all the time. So any decision or any action that he takes is very in the moment. Okay, so even while he's sleeping, he's conscious, he's really conscious. So he does really know what's happening while he's actually sleeping. So imagine that he dies. So he dies consciously. So a conscious person knows what to do, or might have a conscious way of dealing death. So what the true aspect of it, what's the key of all this thing is being alive in the moment, being in the moment, being conscious while you are in the sleep, while you sleep every day, you're being conscious. You know everything. So if you are conscious and if you know everything while you're in sleep, that means even after death, you are a really conscious person. Now, a person who dies, this is again the imagination part, okay? The person who dies, if he is conscious, if he's conscious enough, he's really conscious. He's conscious of what he's going to do after death. He'll be really conscious at that state. So he can take a conscious decision even after death. What I'm trying to say here is, if you're conscious now, you will be conscious even after your death. So that's the better state to be, rather than be unconscious. Like while we go to sleep, we are really unconscious, so we don't know what's going on. So rather than being in that state, it's better to be conscious all the time and be alive. Thank you. Hopefully this video helped you. Namaste.